Hello. Ute Hagen here again. I think with this one, this is take three. I tried it with my earbuds and it just, I'm not going to do that anymore. You're going to have to put up with this sound with the computer microphone. I've sort of made myself a little studio with some lights and stuff, trying not to have too many shadows and all of those technical things, which I kind of remember from studying lighting in my dance BFA. But here I am to say, wow, I'm on Twitter, and so is Kellie J, and so is Graham Linehan, and so is Helen Joyce, and so is Helen Stanaland with the Stanaland question. and Sex Matters, and all kinds of concerned people who care about womanhood, who care about motherhood. Now, my news is not only am I on Twitter now in my children's author pen name Leah Utsira, I have a letter that I want to talk about involving an investigation which I have instigated. And look up Kellie J. It's Kellie J. Keene YouTube channel, and standing for XX, I think, is her handle on Twitter. I really wanted, in a way, to do Ute Hagen as my Twitter handle, but then ultimately went for Leah Utsira because I also really believe in my children's books, the science book all about leaves, and the one for mourning, My Heart, Your Heart. All of my books are illustrated with my nature photographs, and of course my memoir is In the Curated Woods, True Tales from a Grass Widow. The publisher is iUniverse. You can find it at iUniverse.com/bookstore. If you want it to be delivered a little bit faster, it might be faster through Amazon. I think I'm also still through Amazon and Barnes & Noble. That's one reason I put Grass Widow instead of Trans Widow into that title. I was afraid that I might be banned or something. That was the time of books getting banned all over the place on Amazon and so on when Abigail Schreier published Irreversible Damage about the teen girls and what's going on with this identity trend, fad. So I'm here with an artifact, my historic photo of the Utsira side of the family. This is Boleta and Thomas were both born there on that Norwegian island and emigrated through Canada. He outlived her, and in fact, I think he outlived two other wives. And I have it with an oak leaf that dropped from one of my beautiful oak trees, which I'm really, really trying to coddle as much as I can because oak trees are very important. They feed a lot of nature and wildlife and so on. So that's sort of the Twitter news. I can't believe it. I really thought I would never go on. But I've decided if I can control my time use, then I will do it. I recently posted the in memoriam link because I think that that's just really important. It's really important to know that trans widows' lives sometimes are so unbearable that they choose to end their lives. You don't need to worry about me because I'm very strong and I feel all of your support. Thank you to all the new subscribers and commenters and so on. You come from all over the world. Yeah. All right, so this is interesting. As I was going through this sworn affidavit that is from the 1990s, in trying to just understand for myself why would this female PhD psychologist, sexologist, why would she submit something which is so terribly negative to an obviously beleaguered woman like me at the time that the husband is in her treatment and is preparing himself for what the euphemism of transition. So I found a couple of details that just didn't add up, and I started thinking, oh, could there be big financial fraud? I mean, we know that Nettie committed financial fraud in court twice, pretending that he didn't have a fancy job and pretending he wasn't in an equity contract, 2007. But then in January of 2000, he also pretended he was unemployed, but actually he was getting paid as a Crystal Report writer and was getting $700 a day. So I thought, aha, maybe this kind of financial fraud is spready in this particular area. And what I realized was Dr. Connie, the PhD sexologist, claimed that she was the person conducting all of the weekly therapy sessions in my then husband's process of so-called transition. And the fact is, that wasn't happening. Nettie told me in the 8 or so months running up to the time of the composition of this affidavit that he couldn't afford to go to Dr. Connie. And so he was paying cash to Ruth the charlatan, who was the non-certified groomer with her fancy office and floofy white dogs, not too far from Grand Central Station. And I realized, that could be regarded as a violation of the ethics rules. So I looked up a few things in my state and I printed out the form and I copied the sworn affidavit. And I thought, you know what? Nothing's going to happen. I will never hear from them. I did send it to 2 different agencies of the same, ethics board, because I figured that way they have to knock their heads together and decide whether they're going to do an investigation. But I got a letter in the mail, and I got nervous because I saw it was from this official board. And since I had dismissed the idea that this lady is going to get investigated, then I didn't imagine. I thought that, oh my goodness, I'm being investigated for something. But no, they want me to call them because they are recognizing that maybe they should open an investigation. Maybe this person who's quite an operator and still has a very large practice is possibly, she might even be engaging in insurance fraud. I don't know if at the time in the 1990s, the insurance would have covered those sessions with her. But she might be farming out the grooming, affirming appointments to non-certified people just like Ruth, and then also billing and collecting from the insurance agencies. So therefore, considering the sort of lack of quality of the care that we are seeing for individuals who ideate in an opposite sex persona and are exhibiting a psychiatric illness, perhaps the practitioners need to go under the microscope. We live in a civil society. We have rules and regulations. We have governing boards. They need to live by the rules too.